This presentation is a DreamBox Learning Program Evaluation. We will look at the program design, program description, size, location, and organization, the need for evaluation and intended outcomes, goals, and methods, and the outcome data. DreamBox Learning is an educational software program that is used as a supplemental tool to provide individualized math intervention and enrichment activities with the goal of increasing math scores on formal and informal assessments. The program is used to focus on developing conceptual understanding of critical math concepts, fluency in reasoning, and problem-solving skills. The embedded visual supports and interactive lessons encourage student engagement. DreamBox Learning is used at Ross Elementary in the Clear Creek Independent School District. The program is delivered through a district-developed single sign-on portal through ClassLink that houses frequently used digital tools that support student learning. Approximately 566 students utilize the DreamBox Learning program at Ross Elementary to supplement and personalize their mathematics instruction, and approximately 40 teachers and staff facilitate the implementation of the DreamBox program within the campus. According to the U.S. Department of Education, the DreamBox Learning Program organizes its math lesson activities by dividing them into age-appropriate learning environments. While students interact within the learning platform, lesson sequence, level of difficulty, and pace are automatically adjusted based on student outcomes for each lesson. The school district has purchased the English version of DreamBox license for each student in grades K through 5, and each student is assigned an individual account. The technology specialist ensures that all student devices are in working order and have the needed software updates to run the programs. Content coaches train teachers and interventionists on how to set up class rosters within the program, and teachers in grades K through 5 set up their classes, assign lessons, and develop outcome reports prior to implementing the program within their class. They then facilitate and provide guided practice on logging in, troubleshooting login and password errors, and accessing math content areas within the programs with the students. But the most important component of the program is the students. Students must be logging in and completing lessons with fidelity. Evaluation of the DreamBox Learning Program is needed to determine the effectiveness on student outcomes, improvements in student development of number concepts, improvements in student fact fluency or number combinations, and improvements in student understanding of problem solving. Due to a disruption in instruction because of COVID, Ross Elementary experienced a decrease in scores on the state math assessment. The program evaluation will determine if DreamBox Learning is effective in closing performance gaps by providing students with individualized supplemental instruction. It also helps determine if continued program funding is justified or if an alternative program needs to be explored. The overall goal of using the program is to provide students personalized instruction that will increase each student's performance by at least 1 year's growth. The goal of ongoing campus-based professional development for new and continued users is to increase student use of the program by addressing how to access, set up classes, assign lessons, develop outcome reports, and any new features that may be added to the program. The evaluation will determine in the short term if students can use the program data to create targeted learning goals. It will also determine if the DreamBox program increases understanding of unit concepts and unit assessment scores. Teachers will create common formative assessments to test essential skills. DreamBox Learning reports will be used to determine targeted skills for intervention instruction and guide students' personalized goal setting needed to meet mastery of unit standards. This evaluation will also determine long-term benefits of the use of the program. Teachers will provide observations of students' mathematical competence growth from the beginning of the year to the end of the program evaluation timeline. Administrators, content coaches, and teachers will also compare pre- and post-test data towards yearly growth measure and compare spring 2021 state assessment data to fall interim state assessment data to determine the increase in state assessment scores. Quantitative data was collected to determine the effectiveness of the program, and a pre- and post-test design was used to analyze student data. Archival data reports from the beginning of the 2021 fall semester were compared to data reports collected at the end of the evaluation timeline. These DreamBox Learning Archival reports included student outcomes and student usage data. State assessment data was also compared to interim assessment data to determine growth within the fall semester. And a survey was administered to a sampling of teachers to determine the outcome the program has towards increasing student mathematical confidence. The DreamBox Learning Program Evaluation timeline started at the beginning of the school year with leadership team planning of the program implementation. The goal was to train all staff in the use of their program by the start of the school year using the first teacher collaborative meeting date. Pre-assessment data collection was completed within the first 6 weeks of the school year. Additional teacher collaborative meetings along with data review meetings were facilitated by the leadership team to review student progress within the program, and post-assessment data collection was completed by the end of November in the fall of 2021 semester to allow for data analysis by the end of the semester. DreamBox Learning student usage and student outcome data reports were compared to student usage and student outcome data reports collected at the end of the program evaluation timeline. The percentage of growth from pre- and post-test data was dependent on the number of lessons students were completing. Analysis of DreamBox Learning data reports determined that students in grades K through 5 who completed lessons demonstrated an average student outcome increase of 23%. 58% of the total student participants completed the recommended number of 5 or more lessons per week. These participants demonstrated 13% greater increase in student outcomes within the program. And those that completed between 2 and 5 lessons per week had a 25% greater increase compared to students who completed less than 2 lessons per week. Students who completed 5 or more lessons also grew 0.12 grade levels since the beginning of the school year, which is 43% more than students completing between 2 and 5 lessons. Students using the program as designed with fidelity are showing greater increases in student outcomes within the program. When comparing these grade levels averages, DreamBox lesson completion and time spent in the program, 3rd grade students are completing on average 9.3 lessons per week during a 1.14 hour per week period. 4th grades are only completing an average of 7.15 lessons per week, but are spending more time within the program, working an average of 1.44 hours per week. And 5th grade students are averaging 1.40 hours within the program, which is consistent with 3rd grade, but 5th grade students' lesson completion averages just 7.15 lessons per week. State math assessment data from May 2021 and the state interim math assessment administered in November 2021 demonstrated growth across 3rd and 4th grade students' outcomes. Students in grades 5 demonstrated a slight decrease in state assessment passing rates from May to November. Data analysis indicates a significant increase in 3rd grade students' state math assessment passing rates. Students in this grade rated their math scores by 17%. 4th grade students also scored higher, increasing their scores by 6%. However, 5th grade students decreased by 3%. As previously mentioned, 5th grade students used the program consistent with 3rd grade students who made significant progress on the state assessment. Although 5th grade students did not demonstrate an increase on state assessment scores, progress towards grade level standards assessed within the DreamBox program has increased by 38% with consistent use of the program. Survey data was also collected at the beginning of September and in the middle of November from a teacher sampling, which included 1 teacher per grade level to determine teachers' perceptions of students' mathematical confidence. Teachers were asked to rate each student's level of confidence regarding being able to explain their mathematical thinking when completing DreamBox lessons and when discussing the personalized goal-setting binder process. Chart 1.3 shows that at the beginning of September, the sampling of teachers reported an average of 33% of students were somewhat confident or confident in their ability to explain their mathematical thinking during activities, while only 12% were already very confident in their mathematical abilities. Survey data collected in November of 2021 indicates that the percentage of students displaying confidence in explaining their mathematical abilities and the goal-setting process had increased to 51%, and 21% of students were now very confident in their abilities to explain their thinking when completing DreamBox lessons. As the students have shown progress through their DreamBox lessons, their overall confidence has improved. The data indicates the program is working, so let's look at how much it is currently costing the school. Currently, Clear Creek ISD provides funding for each elementary campus to receive individual accounts to the DreamBox Learning Program. The approximate annual cost for student accounts at Ross Elementary is $7,000. Ross Elementary is also a one-to-one campus in which every student has an assigned laptop. To maintain, repair, or replace technology hardware for over 566 devices at Ross Elementary, the estimated annual maintenance cost for the campus is $75,000. The actual maintenance cost will vary dependent on actual numbers of repairs to replacement of or pricing of equipment throughout the year. Materials and supplies such as professional learning refreshments, professional learning materials, paper for data outcome reports, and student certificates of completion, and printer or Xerox cartridges are estimated to cost the campus approximately $7,500 per academic year. The budget also considers the personnel needed for professional development, such as teacher substitutes. Personnel to support DreamBox Learning professional development is estimated to cost $1,500 annually. For one academic year, the estimated cost for Ross Elementary to use the DreamBox Learning program as a supplemental instructional tool is $91,000. Students using the DreamBox program as designed and with fidelity are showing greater increases in student outcomes within the program standards. As the students have progressed through their DreamBox lesson, their overall confidence has improved. Although 5th grade students demonstrated a 3% decrease on state assessment scores, progress towards 5th grade level standards assessed within the program have increased by 38%. With this increase, as well as the significant increase in 3rd grade students' state math assessment passing rates and the higher 4th grade assessment scores, it appears that DreamBox Learning is helping the campus move toward its overall progress goal. Even though it is a costly program, the benefits the students are gaining from using the program currently justify the continued use of the program. To see continued and increased benefits from the DreamBox program, the campus would benefit from promoting and encouraging an increase in student completion of the minimum lessons recommended, as there is room for growth in this area. It would be beneficial to the campus and the district if this program evaluation could be expanded beyond the campus to multiple campuses across the district. This would add validity to the data results. Because this evaluation was completed in one school semester, additional research is also needed to determine long-term results of the program. Thank you.